Before we begin this video, I recommend that you visit google.com and search for dinardata.com. This website is a great resource for the latest updates on Dinar Guru news, all conveniently located on one page. For more information, I encourage you to visit the site.
Prime Minister, we are working to support investments that aim to diversify the economy away from oil. Community comment: if Trump gets elected and the US digs baby digs, oil price will drop like a rock. Then Iraq will be back to austerity measures again. One can hope. Iraq needs motivation. They need to step away from oil. That's a world trade requirement. They need additional forms of revenue streams to join the world trade. They can't have just oil as a revenue stream. That's why they really have to roll out taxation and implement. US Treasury: Iraq's non-oil economy grew by 6%. TV shows USA Treasury personnel, and they're saying to us that Iraq is very close to completing their money transfers to electronic to offset money laundering. Frank, to see it coming from the US Treasury is good. You ain't close, dude. Horseshoes and grenades are close. This is pinpoint laser accurate. It is done. It is being announced. On our television we're now seeing Kurdistan news on our television. We are seeing the Kurdish news is now talking about Iraq is planning on a currency redenomination. They're saying Iraq is going to delete the 3 zeros, and this will bring value to the currency of Iraq and it will facilitate financial transactions. Frank, does it get any better than that? Redenomination means they will replace the 3-0 note with lower notes, because the new exchange rate will only work with the new lower notes they're about to give you. Kuwait is not the same damn thing that's happening in Iraq. Iraq's money is inflated. Kuwait never had to inflate their dinars. They never had large bank notes like Iraq does. They never had to change them in for lower denominations. None of that shit is true. Outside of the fact that they increased the value for the Kuwait dinar, nothing else matches. All Kuwait had to do was redenominate their currency without deleting zeros. They just changed the way Kuwait dinar looked. That was it. Iraq's case is a little bit different. They added 3 zeros. They're talking about deletion of the zeros. Treasury supports CBI of Iraq. I think this is important. The US Treasury is supporting the Central Bank of Iraq. Why is this important? Over the last few weeks, articles states Iraq has full control of its money, and now the US Treasury is saying the CBI is doing a great job. Troops are getting moved out, and they are openly talking about their project to delete the zeros. Emo opinions: things are warm and fuzzy in Iraq even if we do not know the timing yet. September has been the most active month, and it's been the most informative with news, actions, everything. September has been their busiest month preparing for this rate change throughout this entire year. That's not coincidental. They're preparing for the rate change. And they're preparing to go international. The process of removing the zeros from a currency means replacing the old currency with a new one in order to simplify the accounting process between consumers. It is often resorted to by countries that suffer from high inflation and have become unable to deal with paper currencies of very low value. Iraq doesn't have high inflation, so it's not a LOP. We've been over that time and time again. The television is running that report again, along with commercials in this report about how we are reviewing the deletion of the zeros. It's on the news. It's been on the news all day. The same report over and over again. Frank, because that is exactly what they are about to do. Rafidain Bank announced, on Wednesday, the total amounts of financial settlements related to electronic collection movements from state departments and institutions. The bank said in a statement received by Shafaq news agency that the amounts of financial settlements for state institutions that activated electronic collection and switched to electronic transactions and collected bills and fees from beneficiaries electronically via bank cards and POS devices amounted to more than 3 trillion dinars during the first 9 months of the current year. The bank pointed out that this achievement represents the great interaction using electronic payment in financial transactions and ensuring the preservation of money movement paths and making them in a safe and transparent environment. Foreign Minister Fuad Hussein stated that 2 points remained before announcing the statement related to the mission of the international coalition in Iraq. Fuad Hussein said in a press statement, "There are 2 points remaining for discussion between the two sides, regarding the mission of the international coalition in Iraq." The foreign minister explained that if we reach an agreement with the United States regarding the mission of the coalition forces in Iraq, a joint statement will be issued. Discussions are currently underway between Iraq and the United States regarding the future of these forces in the Kurdistan region and Iraq. There are about 2,500 US troops in Iraq and the Kurdistan region, and there are also 900 troops in Rojava. Regarding relations between Iraq and Turkey, Fuad Hussein said that his country's government delegation will meet with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan to attend the UN General Assembly meetings in New York.